Well, everybody, look behind me. We have an absolutely gorgeous 1.7R John Deere on a nurse tank, on a big Dodo pump. And the pilot here today is none other than our own Kirsty. As Slurry ban kicks in at this stage, this film's released, it's kicking in tomorrow. It's extremely busy. Even though Kirsty is still very much a part of the GRASSMEN team and brand, she has been working away to Johnny Millar, LJ Millar Sons, and we're not going to get into the cab with her. It's quite frustrating because I'd love to be up and saying hello to our Kirsty, for want of a better word, but we can show you there she is up in there waving. But we're going to give her a ring. Her GoPros are on. Hey darling, I'm a bit sad I can't give you a hug. I think every bloke in the whole planet's sympathising with me now. Ah, COVID! Not allowed. I'm going to give you a wee ring, Kirsty. It's a bit noisy to shout, so I'm going to give her a wee ring, see how she's getting on, and she's going to talk about this outfit here that she's been working with. It's unreal. And look, check out the shoes. Unreal. So let me get the phone out, give her a ring, and we'll get you caught up with our wee wardy.
Hello.
After that big intro, every bloke's annoyed I can't get in and give you a hug, but we have to stick to the rules, Kirsty.
We have to abide what everybody else is doing too.
You are right, and I was just saying there, T-1 day.
That's a bad thing to say, you know.
What, that the ban's in tomorrow?
Yeah, don't be saying things like that about here yet.
Oh, we're not allowed to think about the ban yet?
No, don't think. Don't be thinking about it. But we're going to beat it.
Kirsty, I have to say something now. The cameras are on you. What are you doing in a John Deere?
Who am I going to blame for this?
Well, you can't blame me, you can't blame Gary, you can't blame GRASSMEN at all. So
right.
something's happened, and you can't blame Paul. You can't blame your man Paul either. So
right, I'm going to blame Johnny Millar.
Now Johnny Millar is the man in the 7530 here, the lovely 7530 spreading today. Yes.
That's him. Yeah, this is all his gear, so it is.
How did Johnny Millar do what the rest of us couldn't do?
I've always met Johnny Millar at the shows. All the shows that we're all missing out on now. I always knew they ran John Deere's, and he texted me one Saturday. He's like, "Are you free to drive tractor and dumper?" And I went over, and I got into a John Deere. Now, you know I've never done no work on a John Deere. And I got in, hey, and just done the one day, and then by the end of that week, he had said to me, he says, "I could keep you full time if you're interested in work," and I never left. So that's where the whole story started with me and John Deere's.
How is life for our Kirsty Ward? Because, you know, since we maybe were last doing a lot of filming, or since you were last really in the position where you were working with us, you've had to sort of take a step back from the lorries, and you've even had to take a bit of a step back from ourselves because we were too far to travel. What happened to you in your life that led you to being more locally around home, Kirsty?
I was driving lorries, as everybody knew, and I went out on a Saturday night and I fell in with Paul McBride. And then we got together and I wanted to be home more. And then we had a wee girl together, wee Maria.
That has, just for want of a better word, sort of made you have to take a wee bit of a step back from the lorries, just in case people are wondering. No,
that's what it is. It's just to be around home they don't stay away for long, like, and I'm not going to lose out in time with her just to go and drive a lorry or do whatever, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely, but I know you miss your lorry.
Don't talk to me about missing my lorry. My heart is broke. Days. I'd be like a bad wing, huffing and puffing. Paul will tell you, if we see a nice lorry on the road or any lorry, I just let a big sigh out of me, and he just looks at me and he's like, and I says, "How long a minute? That's like you seeing a Fusion before you had one." So
Paul got his first Fusion this year.
Paul always wanted a Fusion, always. From the day where I met him, it was Fusion this, Fusion that, Fusion on. And I says, "You'll get it, don't panic," you know. And you have to bear in mind, Paul's only 26, 27. Oh God, what age is he? 26. He's flying for what he's achieved, like, at his age.
That's brilliant.
You know, he got his fusion this year, and I don't know if I should tell the conversation, but I think I will anyway. He said to me, this is how I found out about this fusion. He was always raving away about it, and I always says, go for it. So he said to me, Kirsty, you planning to get married anytime soon? And I was like, what is this idiot going to come out with now? You know, because he's liable to come out with anything. And I
as long as he wasn't down on one knee.
No, he was walking about while he was saying it, you know, so I thought, you know, he's not going to propose to me in the middle of the kitchen. So I was like, why, what are you thinking? And he says, because I had like a fusion, you know. And I was like, we're back to the fusion. So I was like, get your fusion. You know, I don't plan going anywhere. You know, get the fusion. That was grand. I'd say a couple of hours had passed, and he came back again and he says, I hope you weren't planning on getting married soon, you know, for I did buy that fusion. And I says, fair play to you. And away we went.
Paul.
So that was alright. So I thought I was being smart, and I said, I'll tell you one thing, Paul. I says, you bought the fusion, but I would never cost you the price of the fusion. And just as nice as you like, he turned around and he says, no, he says, but you'll not make me what that fusion's going to make, baler. And I was like...
So Johnny Millar has really, beside you, he's came along and provided you with top class plant, I must say.
Definitely.
You have literally been working away to him as and when you can. I mean, at the end of the day, you're a mother now first and foremost, but pressure's on this week. Johnny needs everybody pulling their weight this week because it's Slurry Ban week.
Hey, everybody is pulling their weight, and Johnny does get the whole you're a mummy thing, you know. I'll not be here to all hours. He definitely doesn't keep me that long. He knows the crack. He's got a house full of wee wains himself, you know. He likes to get home, like everybody likes to get home to the babbies, like, but no, this week everybody has to pull themselves together.
You're right. Down to business. What are you sitting in?
I am in a 6175 or. Did you see my new shoes?
I love them. I've never had a run with them on. I know you have a couple of sets just from pictures and photographs. I mean, you have a lot of fans and followers. Are they only road tyres, or what's your thoughts on them? I
never hear tell of road bibs before until Johnny mentioned them. Must be July time or June or July time. The first tractor got at the 195 there. She's drawn. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I seen them, I was like, where are they going with these things? Just based solely on luck, on the luck of them. I was like, I have a picture of them sitting on the street, but from the street to the tractor, they look totally different. If anything, you take it from me now, see if anybody drove on this with these tyres on, they're sold.
Well, you're telling me you're sold in the road bibs, and you yourself are mostly doing road work with that 175?
So far, definitely. Now, the look of them, it took me a wee while for the look to grow on me, but see the comfort, it's shocking. I think everybody needs to get a run on a tractor with road bibs.
What's the rest of the plant these running, Kirsty?
They've got the 215, 275, and the 195, she's the most recent. And the 195, she's got another set of road bibs on. And then he's got the HD 35 Dodo pump, our handmade nursery tank.
I seen the handmade tank, and I see you've the Doosan on the front linkage there, so it's a tidy outfit now.
He's got good plant, but they work hard for it. The whole lot of them do, like, they put in the time for it.
There's 3 or 4 tankers drawn here today. 3, is it?
3 tankers there, aye. They're all 4,000, you know.
A couple of red rocks and a slurry cat, yeah. That's big plant there, and it's interesting to see there because he's running the slightly bigger John Deeres on them there just for that wee bit of weight as well, which is a good job.
Aye, they're not, the tractors aren't under pressure, like, you know, with being too small. Again, the big tankers, like, I think they balance each other out, and the tractors have no bother, like. Well,
do you be on the pump much, or is it very varied for you every day?
Busy times I'm on the pump, but he has let me on the tankers.
Who let you on the tanker,
exactly. Paddy Ward's thought the same, I think, whatever day I drove up past. I get a wild variety of stuff. I get the pump, the tankers, stuff that comes up to the AD plant on this farm here that we're at. I get to draw stuff on the hit and shift the diggers. So I definitely get variety. Sure, it's a spice of life, as you all tell me.
Do you make much of a mess with the scraper that you need to use the scraper, or is that just there?
No, that is for purely the road. No, like
Absolutely.
Say if you were parked at the side of the road, it's just to keep the road clean and safe, you know, at the same time. But, oh here, I have been covered, and I have learned the hard way. See what that nursery tag's full of? I might as well have jumped into it the day that I got covered.
All your clothes went to the bin that night, didn't they?
Yeah, and a pair of Dublin boots. Nothing was standing a chance. Nothing. But you live and you learn. I wouldn't have cared. That's the only way to learn. Put it like this, I'll not be opening a pipe again whenever there's pressure on it. It was my own fault. For Johnny told me, don't open it till I get down the length. But I opened it.
You hit the clip. Big lesson.
I hit the clip with a foot and I was like, here we go. It was just like a nuclear bomb.
And is Slurry a big part of what the Millars do?
Slurry would be Millar's biggest, I would say, along with his diggers.
But there is silage as well, because I've seen pictures and Snapchats and wee videos of you out at the
They
silage
had to
as
call
well.
in reinforcements. So I know we definitely, summertime's mighty, definitely mighty. Couldn't fault the firm now to work to.
No. Seems to run very nice plant, and everybody's very friendly, which is a great job. And I do believe Boss Man himself is on the 7530.
He is, yeah. He loves that bus.
Well, I don't blame him. I don't think anyone couldn't love a 7530. Now let's be honest. And I see that is actually
Slurry cup.
Slurry Quip
Yep.
that he's running with front reeler, and doesn't need the rear reeler pack because they say you and him are just fit to work together. But he's running
The
dribble bar.
backpack is there. She's just hooked off. You know, he does have her, but no, at the minute he doesn't need that pipe.
And he's running 12 metre by the
She's
looks
a
of
12
it.
metre, yeah.
Another thing you do with that tractor quite regularly, you were telling, well, I just know this from chatting to you, draw apples.
We draw apples on a local AD plant. I go lift them, bring them back, hey, and they're actually on big red rock trailers. Johnny, he actually there's 3 20-ton dump trailers too, canes, and a chieftain. So there's a bit of everything going on.
Well, I have one final question I'm going to ask you before I disappear.
I bet you I know what it is.
Are you a
I
John
know.
Deere girl?
I knew it. I get asked this
or a
all
Massey
the
girl?
time. All the time.
Now, bearing in mind, Paddy Ward has invested.
We see this is it.
He has got a lovely Massey at home, which would probably, am I right in saying, would be a very similar tractor to your 175 there?
She would be very, very similar, yep.
Which one would you prefer? Come on, tell the truth.
It sounds so bad, but I haven't done much work on the Massey because of just the time of year, you know, but I'm not even going to tell you until I do more work on the Massey.
That means John Deere.
No, doesn't.
Kirsty can read you like
It's
a book.
fair, it's a fair chance, like I can't...
No, what it means is the Massey has all the work to do to get you back again. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I never left Massey. No, don't be silly. Don't be silly. I'm just giving John Deere the benefit of the doubt.
But you are enjoying the
Do
John
I know
Deere,
what?
honestly.
Couldn't fault her. Could not fault the John Deere. Like, see this gear stick, like that's, I'd be happy with that there because I think we all established that I can't drive a Vario. One time on footage, like I can't drive a Vario. I will be forced to say it. I cannot drive it.
It's not easy.
Everything's here, you know, you hear people on about no putting around the E, that they feel as if they're stretching well far away. And the John Deere, did you ever hear that?
Yeah, but I think that's
But
not so big an
it
issue
comes
now.
to them, no, like that there, everything's so handy, like your screen and...
We have the 310R John Deere, as you know,
Yeah.
now. It's auto power, so you'll have to let us get a bit of work gathered up some point and get you onto that gearbox and see how you get on, give you a little bit of time on it sometime. How would that do?
Everybody is telling me if you get on it, you'll not go back. I think I just need the time, as you say, but I definitely couldn't fault John Deere, but Daddy's Massey, like that's a dream there now, for me.
Absolutely, and
You know,
a lovely set of shoes on her, lovely set of boots on her.
JB came down, you know, they definitely done it all now, and they went above and beyond, they were more than good, definitely.
Aye.
Daddy's refurbishing his wee 135, he needs more tyres from James.
Gee, I hope you keep James battered there for a good deal.
I'll be ringing it. See, when I get off the phone to you, I'm going to ring James. So
I always funny, he was messaging me last week now. He's
very
fella,
good now.
good fella, James.
They are. The whole firm is now, definitely. I've been in with whoever's on their social media, you know, with Alexandra, and she's very good now too.
Well look, that's 100%. I'll probably let you go. I need to get back to the yard. Here, Kirsty, give all my love to that little one. And,
I will, surely. And you take care, everybody.
Tell Paul if it had any sense he'd be getting a John Deere ordered for that Fusion.
I thought you were going to say if Paul, if it had any sense, he would marry me.
Well, he can't marry you now till he makes the money for the wedding out of the Fusion.
The Fusion put the wedding back maybe 4 years or 5, so...
We maybe get rid of COVID. We'll get rid of COVID first, but look, Kirsty, absolutely lovely chatting to you, and we'll hopefully we'll get back to normality soon. And all right, all the best, my dear.
Take care to everybody. All right.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Come on, wee girl. Get you to the end of that there, and it'll be all right.
Good body today as well.
Well, your body's falling off us, see. Full Trailer Tuesday!